Hello children, good morning all. How are you children? Hope you all fine at home. Stay home, stay safe. Children, today we are going to see about the lesson soil. Okay, the lesson is soil. Okay, see children, if you're going to outside, if you're going outside means you can see varieties of soil. Yes or no? While you're traveling, you have to look your right side or left side. Some type of soil will be there. Yes or no? Sometimes the soil will be black, and in other area the soil will be red color. Yes, no. So how the soils are formed? Soil is a natural thing, but it's a non-living thing. Yes, no. How this soil are formed? Come, children, let us see. See, soil is the thin layer of material covering the earth's surface and is formed from the weathering of rocks. Okay, so from how the soil formed, from the rocks only the soils are formed. It takes thousands of years for the rocks to turn into soil. So it takes, the rocks are taking thousands of years to form a soil. Okay, it is made up of mainly mineral particles, organic materials, air, water, and living organisms, all of which interact slowly yet constantly. See the steps how these soils are formed. Water and wind loosen up the rock surface and open up rocks cracks. Okay, see, water and wind loosen up the surface and open up cracks. Okay, so and then it remains of dead plants and animals. Get deposited in the crack. Okay, gets deposited in the cracks. Then third step is plant roots speed up the weathering of rocks. Okay, so the next step is plant roots speed up weathering of rocks. See there, plant roots speed up weathering of rocks. So it makes the rocks get to wind and it will break the rocks. Soil layer becomes deep enough for big trees to grow on it. Okay, this is how the soils are formed. Next is importance of soil to living things. Okay, so how the soils are helping to us, to all the living things. Soil is the upper layer of the earth that consists of a mixture of organic remains. Organic remains, clay and rock particles. Okay, so what is the soil here? Soil is the upper layer of the earth. Of the earth that consists of a mixture of organic remains. Okay, what soil have? It has the mixture of organic remains, clay and rock particles. Okay, it provides heat, nutrients and water for the plants to grow. These plants then provide valuable habitats and sources of food for animals, bacteria and other things. Okay, thus soil is important for the continuation of life on the earth. Okay, understand? Yes, so this is how the soil is important for the living things. Next is soil profile, the types of the soil, the layer of the soil. Soil profile refers to the different layers of soil. Most soils have 3 or 4 major layers. Organic layer, topsoil, subsoil and parent material and parent material. These are all the layers of the soil. Again we will see Kanna, organic layer, topsoil, subsoil and parent material. Some soils may have a very thin or no organic layer at all. Some soils may have a very thin or no organic layer at all. Another layer called bed rock is present beneath the all the other layers. Okay, let us see the first one, organic layer and the humus. Organic layer and or humus. The organic layer of soil is made up mostly of decomposed leaves, litter and humus, decomposed organic matter. Organic matter is what? Dead plants and the animal. It is usually thin and quite dark in color. It usually thin and quite dark in color. Next is topsoil. Next is topsoil. It is the uppermost layer of soil and is a mixture of different soil particles. Mixture of different soil particles. It is also contains microorganisms, water and air. It also contains microorganisms, water and air. It is rich in humus and relatively poor in minerals. Rich in humus and relatively poor in minerals. It is very dark in color and mostly suitable for plant growth. Okay. For plant growth. This is about the top soil. Next is subsoil. Next is subsoil. See the subsoil. It is the layer of soil below the topsoil. Layer of soil below the topsoil. See Kanna? Organic topsoil, next is subsoil. Okay, so it is made up of small pieces of rocks and water. It is rich in minerals and poor in humus. It is lighter in color than the rest of the layers. Parent material. Next is parent material. See the parent material is there? Yeah. It is also called the regolith. What is that? Regolith. It is made up of weathered or decomposed rock fragments. Here very little organic matter is found, so it has almost no plant or animal life. No plant or animal life. Next is bedrock. Next is bedrock. It is solid unweathered rock. It is solid unweathered rock. It is mainly made up of large piece of rock and lies deep inside the earth. Deep inside the earth. Though it is considered as a part of the soil profile. Though it is considered as a part of the soil profile. It is important to understand that this layer does not support plant for the animal. That is about the bedrock. That is about the bedrock. Next is soil erosion. Soil erosion. What is meant by soil erosion? See, the removal of washing away of the loose topsoil by the actions of strong wind or heavy rains is called soil erosion. The topsoils are moved one place to another place by removing of washing away by the strong wind or heavy rain. Soil is held firmly in the place by the roots of plants and trees. So the cutting down of trees causes soil erosion. Cutting down of trees cause soil erosion. Causes of soil erosion. Okay, what is the reason behind the soil erosion? The main cause of soil erosion is cutting down of trees on large scale. It is called deforestation. It is called deforestation. It exposes the soil to wind and water which carry away the topsoil. The impact of rainfall on the soil surface can remove the top soil. Sometimes minerals present in the soil dissolve in water and seep through the layers of soil, thereby making the soil infertile. Strong winds blow away particles of soil with it. It usually takes place where there is less vegetation. See the deforestation, cutting down of trees, soil erosion happening, heavy rainfall. See there? Yes. The next is the heat of the sun evaporates the moisture of exposed soil and dries it up. Dry soil breaks up easily and turns into small particles and is easily blown away by wind, resulting in soil erosion. Overgrazing by cattle removes the plant cover from the soil. As a result, soil erosion increases. Overgrazing by cattle removes the plant covers the soil. As a result, soil erosion increases. Next is plowing of hills for cultivation also loosen the soil and increases the risk of erosion by wind. Okay, so how can we protect the soil? See that. How can we protect the soil? Soil conservation. Protection of soil from the wearing away due to the physical forces of water or wind is called soil conservation. Soil can be conserved in 3 ways. Let us see. Increase in vegetation, crop rotation, cover crops. See there. The roots of plants hold the soil firmly together and prevent soil erosion. So green cover should be increased on the soil by planting trees like neem and peepal because it is a strong trees. Yes or no? Planting of trees on a large scale on open land which has not been a forest is known as afforestation. In areas where forest has been cut, planting trees in place of cut trees is called reforestation. Next is crop rotation. Crop rotation is a method of farming where a number of different plants are grown after the other on a field so that the soil stays healthy and fertile. If any cultivable land is left barren or vacant for long, the loose dry soil gets eroded easily. Thus, crop rotation always keeps the soil covered with vegetation. Cover crops. Between harvesting one crop and planting the next crop, the fields should not be left barren. This may blow away the topsoil, lead to the depletion of important soil nutrients. Okay, for example, oats and the rye. Okay, so the cover crops between the harvesting one crop, the planting next crop. Okay, next is development of pastures. What is meant by pastures? Pastures means that we can what is that? If you see the farms means what is that? The sheep or cow, goat and all will be there and it will be eat the grasses around that. Yes or no? That is called the grassing. That is called the grazing. The grass and herbs do not get time to recover the growth due to the overgrazing. So this leads to the soil erosion. To prevent such erosions, area should be reserved for pastures. Animals should be taken such places for grazing and not allowed to wander. Construction of embankment. What is meant by embankment? See that. This is called embankment. Okay. One water body will be there. The water should not go outside. So this is called they have built one wall to stop the water flowing. That is called embankment. Building embankment along river banks prevents soil erosion. The river water is unable to flood in the nearby fields. Soil is thus conserved from erosion through water. Next, making terraces. Cutting steps and terraces on the slope of hills and building bunds on the outer edges control the flow of water and help in reducing soil erosion. This type of farming is also referred to terrace farming. See the terrace farming here. Next is constructing dams. Okay, we have to construct dams for preventing the soil erosion. Next, windbreaks. Windbreaks are barriers formed by trees and other plants. Farmers plant these barriers around the field. See the barriers? See that? See here. So the land is thus saved from wind erosion. These rows or trees, hedges are called windbreaks. Next is forest and balance in nature. Forest and balance in nature. Nowadays, more and more plants are being cut by humans. Yes or no? To fulfill the our personal needs such as furniture, paper, and houses. So, apart from causing soil erosion, deforestation also result in the loss of homes and lives of wild animals. When forest wealth is endangered and the balance in nature is disturbed, so what you have to do, each one of us should strive the hard to avoid disturbing the balance in nature. To prevent deforestation, one should plant more and more saplings and care for them. This process of planting trees on a large scale is known as afforestation. If it is necessary to cut down trees, new trees should be planted in their places and cared for. Forest Day or Van Mahotsav Day or week is celebrated in India for about 1 week in a month July 1 to 7 to grow more plants. It is expected that every citizen of India should plant a sapling in the Van Mahotsav week. Awareness campaigns are held in schools, offices, and colleges to spread the need of growing more plants in order to reduce the pollution. So, preventing the soil erosion, we have to conserve the soil by planting more trees. Okay, by planting more trees, it is helpful for the living things in many ways. Okay, instead of cutting trees, we should plant more trees. Understand, Kanna? So, let us see the next class. Bye, children.